Have you ever poured your heart into a relationship, only to feel empty and unfulfilled? Today, we're learning a crucial topic, recognizing the signs that you're being used, not loved. We might mistake someone needing us for someone truly loving us. It's about honoring our worthiness and demanding the kind of love that fills us up, not drains us dry. One of the most telling signs that someone might be using you is their inability to shift the focus from themselves. They dominate conversations, ensuring that their stories, their problems, and their achievements are always at the forefront. In a healthy relationship, there's a balance. Both partners share the spotlight, listen to each other, and validate each other's feelings. But when someone consistently steers the conversation back to their own needs, it can leave you feeling invisible. It's as if your thoughts and feelings don't matter. Do you find yourself holding space for their emotions while your own needs get pushed aside? This can be emotionally draining and can make you feel like you're just a supporting character in their life story. If conversations always circle back to their world, it's a red flag. It's a sign that they might not be as invested in your well-being as you are in theirs. This dynamic can be incredibly isolating. You might find yourself surrounded by people, yet feeling completely alone because your emotional needs are not being met. You're physically present, but emotionally you're on the sidelines of your own life. It's a lonely place to be, and it can erode your self-esteem over time. This lack of reciprocity chips away at your sense of worth. You start to question your value and wonder if your feelings are valid. Recognizing this pattern is the first step. It's important to acknowledge that your feelings are valid and that you deserve to be heard. You deserve to have your voice heard and your needs met in a relationship. It's not just about being physically present, it's about being emotionally engaged and valued. Don't settle for less. We all need support, especially during challenging times. It's a fundamental part of human relationships. Whether it's a friend, family member, or partner, having someone to lean on can make all the difference in the world. In a loving relationship, that support flows both ways. It's a dance of give and take, where both parties feel valued and cared for. This mutual support strengthens the bond and fosters a deeper connection. But what happens when that balance is disrupted? When you're being used, that support system becomes one-sided. You find yourself always giving, always being there, but receiving little to nothing in return. You're there for them, but when you need a shoulder to lean on, they're nowhere to be found. It's a lonely feeling, realizing that the person you care about doesn't reciprocate your efforts. Maybe they're constantly borrowing money, but never pay you back. Financial support can be a significant strain, especially when it's not acknowledged or returned. Or perhaps you're always the one offering a listening ear, but when you need to talk, they're too busy. This imbalance creates resentment. Over time, it can erode the foundation of your relationship. You start to feel like a resource to be tapped, rather than a partner to be cherished. Your emotional and physical energy is drained, leaving you feeling exhausted and unappreciated. True love doesn't mean sacrificing your own well-being. It's essential to take care of yourself and recognize when a relationship is becoming detrimental to your health. It's about recognizing that you deserve the same level of care and support. A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect and understanding, where both partners feel valued. It's about setting boundaries and saying no when you need to. Boundaries are crucial in maintaining your self-respect and ensuring that your needs are met. Remember, you are worthy of reciprocal love. You deserve to be in a relationship where your efforts are appreciated and your well-being is a priority. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Embrace your self-worth and seek out relationships that uplift and support you. When we love someone, we naturally envision a future with them. We start to see our lives intertwined, sharing dreams, goals, and aspirations. It's a beautiful feeling, knowing that someone else is just as invested in the future as you are. We dream together, we make plans. These plans can be as simple as deciding where to go for the next vacation, or as significant as discussing where to live, career goals, or even starting a family. These conversations are essential because they lay the groundwork for a shared life. These conversations are the foundation for a shared life built on mutual trust. They help us understand each other's values, priorities, and long-term visions. When both partners are engaged in these discussions, it fosters a sense of unity and partnership. When someone is using you, they shy away from these conversations. They might avoid talking about the future altogether or give non-committal answers when the topic arises. This avoidance is a red flag, indicating that they may not see a long-term future with you. They might make vague promises or change the subject. Instead of engaging in meaningful discussions, they might deflect or distract, leaving you feeling uncertain and confused. This behavior can be incredibly frustrating, especially when you're looking for clarity and commitment. Their focus isn't on building a life with you. It's on getting their needs met in the present. They might prioritize their own desires and convenience over the relationship's future. This self-centered approach can leave you feeling unimportant and undervalued. They might dangle just enough hope to keep you invested. Small gestures or occasional promises might be made to keep you from walking away. However, these are often just enough to maintain the status quo without any real intention of following through. But deep down you feel the uncertainty. You sense that something is off, that the commitment isn't mutual. This nagging feeling can be emotionally draining, leaving you constantly questioning the relationship's future. This avoidance can be incredibly confusing and emotionally draining. It creates a cycle of hope and disappointment where you're left wondering where you stand. The lack of clear communication and commitment can take a toll on your emotional well-being. You're left wondering where you stand. Remember, you deserve clarity. You deserve to be with someone who is willing to have those deep conversations, who is excited about building a future with you, and who values your partnership. You deserve to be with someone who actively works towards building a future with you. A relationship should be a partnership where both individuals are equally invested in the journey ahead. Don't settle for anything less than a love that embraces the journey together. Seek a relationship where both partners are committed to growing together, facing challenges hand in hand, and celebrating each milestone as a team. You deserve a love that looks forward to the future with excitement and dedication. Love should never feel transactional. It shouldn't be a series of calculated exchanges. Think about the times you've received gestures of affection from this person. Was it freely given, or was it often followed by a request? Maybe they showered you with compliments right before asking for a favor. This pattern of giving with strings attached creates an unhealthy dynamic. It leaves you feeling manipulated. True love celebrates the joy of giving and receiving without keeping score. You deserve to be loved for your whole self, not for what you can provide. You deserve a love that is generous and authentic. Think about the people in your life who truly energize you. After spending time with them, you feel a sense of lightness. Now contrast that with how you feel after interacting with this person. Do you feel drained, emotionally exhausted? This feeling of depletion is a major red flag. It suggests that your interactions are consistently one-sided. When we're in healthy relationships, we feel energized by the connection. If you consistently feel drained, it's crucial to pay attention to that feeling. You deserve to feel energized by love, not depleted by it. You deserve a love that fills your cup. In any relationship, it's crucial to feel appreciated. When someone is using you, they often take those efforts for granted. They might expect you to be there for them without ever acknowledging your contributions. They might not say thank you when you do something nice. Their sense of entitlement can leave you feeling invisible. This lack of acknowledgement can be incredibly disheartening. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who recognizes your worth. Someone who notices the big and small ways you show up. Don't settle for a love that diminishes your efforts. You deserve to be celebrated. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of being used is the fear that often accompanies it. The fear of saying no, of setting boundaries. When someone is using you, they often create an environment where saying no feels impossible. They might guilt trip you or make you feel like your love is conditional. You might find yourself agreeing to things you don't want to do. This fear of setting boundaries is a clear sign that the power dynamic is off balance. Remember, no is a complete sentence. True love doesn't demand constant self-sacrifice. It's okay to say no without guilt or fear. You deserve a love that honors your boundaries. Perhaps the most insidious effect of being used is the toll it takes on our sense of self-worth. When someone consistently takes advantage of our generosity, it can chip away at our belief in our own value. They might subtly criticize your accomplishments or dismiss your feelings. They might make you feel like you're not good enough. This insidious form of manipulation can be incredibly damaging. It plants seeds of doubt that can take root and flourish. Remember, you are worthy of love and belonging. Your worth is not determined by someone else's opinion. Don't let anyone dim your light. You deserve a love that celebrates your strengths. Recognizing these signs is not about pointing fingers. It's about honestly assessing your relationships. You deserve a love that is reciprocal, respectful, and life-giving. A love where you can be your authentic self. Choosing yourself takes courage, but it's in those courageous acts of self-love that we create space for authentic connection.